People have been talking in the chat about this. What do you guys think about the new Rhino AAA series?
Well, so the Coltrane, I have the Bernie Grumman from 2010 tip-on jacket, beautiful. Even has the old label. I think the new one, it's a weird label. Am I wrong? Is it a new?
I didn't pay attention.
It looks like the cars in the Coltrane have the same label from the picture.
Oh no!
So they're not. I heard it's a heavy jacket. So I think that's kind of odd.
Yeah, it is weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they'll be great. There's two things. Go ahead.
Rhino, out of all the companies that do this, Rhino to me is consistently does it. The best.
They do pretty good.
Yeah, and their records are cheap. They're not expensive.
This one's not cheap.
For this one. Yeah.
How much is this one?
$40.
40. Yeah.
Well, what the hell?
Yeah, no. Well, here, I have two bones to pick about it. First is they're pressed at optimal, which is fine because the classic series sound great. But you can get those for $25, right? So they're pressed at optimal. They have a tip-on jacket. Then they're $40. They cost more than a damn Tone Poet.
Do they make them with gold?
I don't know. I think they're too expensive. And they have stupid labels. It looks like.
Okay,
so.
Because it's sort of they've been playing a little bit over the last 2 years because of that the John Coltrane, which was secretly done by Kevin Gray and which is the mono, and then they did the Art Blakey Monk record, and then they did what were the other ones they did? They did the Mingus with Hampton Hawes.
Yeah.
Oh, the trio.
The trio.
Yeah.
Those there's the Ray Charles stuff they put out a few years ago too. Was actually Org did that. Never mind. Org did that.
No, they did.
Org,
so, as far as I know, when the Bernie Grumman from 2010 that series, I think it was 5 albums.
Okay.
It was Coltrane Blues. It was Coltrane, the same Coltrane that is being reissued now.
Coltrane Jazz.
Coltrane Jazz. It was Ray Charles, the instrumental one. You have that, Chris, I think. It was Ornette Coleman, the sound of, it's a stereo version.
Yeah.
The Shape of Jazz would come.
Okay, so all Atlantic releases.
It was all Atlantic. Yeah. They were tip-on jackets. The labels, it was like authentically recreated.
Very nice and cheap.
And I think at least 2 years ago, they were all on Chad's website for $16 a piece. That's when I bought all of them.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
And
the last one was Coleman Hawkins and Milt Jackson Beans Bag. That was the other one.
Yeah.
Stephen Gray added gatefold, new SAIB, and Oni sold direct. I don't know. Tell them as you're drunk.
IB.
Yeah.
Basically, this is Rhino basically creating their own, explicitly creating their own brand. Saying, we're going hard in the branding of our, the Atlantic titles.
Yeah, they're calling it the RJC.
They're calling it Rhino High Fidelity.
But I'm interested in it because those Coltrane recordings, originally that are done by Tom Dowd, they're not that great sounding. So even the ones that Bernie did, there's so much that he could do. So I'm interested in what Kevin Gray can do.
It's interesting, but like Joe Marino's got. I mean, do you have any of those 45 orgs that they did? I mean, that one's still available for $50.
I have them all. That's why I'm not going to the Rhinos.
Yeah, I have one. I have the Milt Jackson Coltrane one. That's the only 45 org. Yeah. It sounds great.
Yeah, they're good. Preston Palace.
Yeah, it's a 45. It's great. This Coltrane sound, the first title on Rhino, sounds great on org.
That's the only one I don't have. I'm just going to buy it. So I have all the rest of them. The only one that sucks is Olay because they split one of the songs in half.
I mean, here's the funny thing about the Cars record. The first one, I believe, is Robert Ludwig, the original. and it's easy to get in good
and
condition.
it's great. Yes, yeah.
I'm more interested in seeing how that sounds to the original.
Yeah, that there's the MoFi too, which is great. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, Mazzy says they should stick to the rock catalog. I would love for a bunch of Atlantic records to get reissued. I just don't.
Yeah, but there's
I'm going to pay $40 for them, and they're not.
But Mazzy, there's all the Mingus stuff. There's tons of good Atlantic jazz titles.
there is. Yeah, Mazzy's drunk. So I'm not paying attention.
They have the Atlantic. Maybe Kevin Gray is going to do the Led Zeppelin too.
The Rhino rep told John Bandy that we're in for some surprises. They're probably going to put out the freaking Ornette Coleman records again. Yeah. But hey, look, no one already has 5 copies of.
No.
Well, I mean,
I know it's going to be $10.
If you stay out, what would be the biggest surprise if they reissued all the Led Zeppelins that way? That would be the biggest surprise to me.
That'd be fucking dope. I'd probably pay $40 for those.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought that's what Chad was going to make us shit our diapers for.
Well, I mean, what about all the Black Sabbath? Because I'm trying to get the Black Sabbath now. So
would be cool. Yeah, some rock stuff would be cool.
Oh, the OG's Black Sabbath, they sound amazing.
Yes, the definitive shape of jazz to come.
Let's reissue.
What are you cooking with? Magic mushrooms, Mazzy?
Oops. Rhino quietly did a AAA Soul Brothers. Yes.
Oh,
that one is fucking dope. And it was like, I got it for like $17. It was crazy.
No, but they're two. Two came out at the same time. There's a Kevin Gray one and a Bernie one.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
They came out literally at the same time. It was weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Check us out. So, dog, get the fuck away. So I don't think this one's Rhino, but doing stuff big. You know.
What does the sticker say?
I'm trying
you look like Felipe.
I am. The sticker says "Mastered by Bernie," Preston Palace. This is Org. This one's Org.
Source from the tapes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is great. This was like, I don't know, $18 on Chad's site, like when it came out or something. I mean, it's got the tip-on jacket thing going. But the other one that Rhino did do, which was also really good, is this.
Yeah,
one.
that's the other one I'm talking about.
Yeah, and this one was cheap too. So I wish they would just make cheap records again. I mean,
although those are both pretty easy to find originals of for $20.
Not around here, man.
Well,
this one was cut by Doug Sachs.
Online.
Online, yeah, that's fair.
That is a great sounding record. That Doug.
Yeah, it really is. It's a good one. I like both of those a lot.
There's
a lot of good stuff in the 1200 series Atlantic catalog, man.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll do some modern jazz quartet. That's what they should reissue, because you can't get all those for $10.
Yeah, you can.
I know.
They should do Roots, Blues and Roots, Mingus.
Oh, that's a good one.
That would be.
I picked up a mint, which is George Piros one for like $20.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. But I think Atlantic, especially the black labels, they deserve good reissues because that vinyl doesn't have a good quality. They're very noisy, at least the ones I have.
I got about 40 of them probably, and it's about 50-50. Some of them sound really good, and some of them look beautiful, and they're kind of noisy, yeah.
Yeah, the Jufrey stuff sounds good.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
The Jufrey ones.
Yeah. That's really true, actually.
Yeah.
But the last thing we all need is another damn jazz reissue series to spend money on. Jesus.
And the Lee Konitz hi-fi one sounds great too.
Oh yeah. Huh.
Wait, on Atlantic?
Yeah.
The one with Warren Marsh or a different one?
It's the one where he's peeking through the Altec. He's peeking through Rudy Van Gelder's thing, and it's a weird, like the photograph is like the like Rudy Van Gelder's Altec system, and then you can see Lee Konitz in the back. I'll find it.
Yeah, does anybody have the one that the Atlantic? Let me see what number it is. It's Lee Konitz with Warren Marsh.
I have that. Yeah, I have the OG.
Yeah,
so fucking good, man. It's such a good record.
That really good.
There's what about
that one?
What about the Atlantic Lee Warren Marsh, where he basically plays with an incredible bunch of side guys. It's his face. He's very young. I have like a Scorpio, I think, reissue of it.
Haven't seen that one.
Yeah, here, I'll find it.
I've got 3 or 4 records, maybe 2 or 3 records that Conitz and Marsh did together, and they're all great.
There it is. It's so that's if you see he's like
okay.
There's like all the transistors and stuff, and there's Conitz in the back, like peeking through. It's a weird photo.
There's a weird.
That's Rudy Van Gelder's Altec system.
Who was on that one with him? Or is it?
It is Billy Bauer guitar, Dick Scott drums, Sal Mosca on side 2 piano, Dick Scott on drums, Peter In bass. A bunch of West Coast guys.
Yeah, I guess so.
Rudy Van Gelder, lead Friedlander, did the weird photo. But this one's a green label, actually.
That's cool. I've seen a couple of those.
Can I let me share screen real quick with this one?
It is Rob's birthday.
Yeah. Happy
Everyone's
birthday, Rob.
Okay, here's the album I'm talking about. This he's here with Paul Chambers, Philly Joe Jones, Paul Motion.
Can you zoom so we can see it?
You're so picky.
People are on their phones, man.
People watching this on their phones. Okay, so it's Paul Chambers, Philly Joe, Paul Motion, Supervised Wow by Lenny Tristito.
Huh.
Yeah. This is a good album. This should be reissued.
It's lime green.
Yeah.
This cover, but it's easy to find.
Yeah, 58.
Yeah,
$50 though. Look at that. It's not that easy to find.
No, I mean the reissues are easy.
Okay.
The Scorpio one.
Well, who wants that?
Yeah, I could think of about 10 Atlantics that are kind of pricey, and it'd be nice to have them reissued for sure.
Yeah. Maybe they'll slow roll it. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I wish they would reissue the Verve Lee Konitz Motion with Elvis Jones on drums. That's the one they should reissue. But
for sure. All right.
So is anybody going to buy that Coltrane then?
Yeah, I'm going to buy it.
What is it? Is it Coltrane Jazz on Atlantic? Is that the one?
No,
it's Coltrane Sound.
Coltrane Sounds.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Coltrane Sounds, the one with the blur,
the cool art.
There have been 1,500 of them issued in the last 5 years.
It looks like the same one as the Sonny Stitt plays.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
His bird.
Oh,
it's a good one.
The abstract painting.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was hoping they would do Coltrane Plays the Blues also, because
that's a good one.
The Rhino version just doesn't. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if anything can be done with that record. It just doesn't.
Have you heard the Org 45 version?
No.
Oh, that's great, man.
Yeah,
they're all good.
I mean, every version I've heard, CD, LP, it just doesn't sound good.
I'll
not
listen to it.
horrible. I mean, the music doesn't. The music is great, but I like that recording so much. I would love to have like a really great recording.
Yeah,
I have my favorite things on Org music. That sounds good too.
Yeah. I wish they'd have done Giant Steps first, just because I don't have a good copy of that. We got the last Rhino, and mine sounds like shit.
Yeah.
Which one did they?
The Giant Steps. I'm not saying that was a bad pressing. I just have a really noisy one.
No, I have that
40th anniversary
45.
Mm-hmm.
That Bernie Grumman Mono 45 sounds amazing.
Oh no shit!
Mm-hmm.
You have a $500 record or whatever.
No, I'm paying for it, so don't worry about it.
Oh, Jonathan, he brought a good point. Freddie Herbert's Backlash on Atlantic.
Ooh,
okay,
that's an amazing one. I think I got my copy from you, Brandon. Backlash.
Yeah,
it's not hard to find that one. Like there's a Speaker's Corner, but there's Here's one to not sleep on. You know all those 70s Atlantic reissues that have that generic kind of white cover?
Mm-hmm.
Those sound great, and those are cheap. I have like Bill Evans and Herbie Mann of that, and I
Nirvana.
have
Is it Nirvana the one? That
Nirvana.
one?
I have Backlash on that. They all sound great, and they're cheap.
Backlash is cool, man. I think it's like a bridge between CPI and
the other one's High Pressure, and this one's actually probably my favorite on the Atlantic.
Mm-hmm.
But all these are about $25 usually when you see them. But you don't see the Black Angel one that much.
No.
So maybe they should do this one.
That'd be cool.
Jim Spalding.
Is that funkier?
Baron. Huh?
Is that funkier?
A little bit, but I mean, it's listen to who's on it. I mean, it's not really the funk guys. It's got Kenny Barron, Reggie Workman, and Louis Hayes, and then it has Potato Valdez. So it's got a little Latin influence too.
Mm-hmm.
Old Tater Valdez.
Potato.
Potato.
You mashed and boiling, sticking in the stew.
Yes. Can you do that scene from Forrest Gump, please, Felipe?
Yeah, but instead of shrimp, just tell us the ways you can make potatoes.
Shrimps.
I like shrimps.
You know, Rob, my mom always told me.
Oh, that's cool. Wax for dinner. Does that mean you're gonna eat Rob? Is that what your name means?
Oh, whoa.
Murder Rob, take his records and cook them in a stew. After the Jazz Bone stream where we talked about Jamal's disc, he bought the live album Outer Time Inner Space, and it's good.
That's cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, I want to go back through that video and look at some of the ones that were interesting and get some. I'm sure most of them are cheap.
Oh
yeah.
I don't think so, Mazzy.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. Well, now today we know this Smith and never coming back again, right? So.
Yeah. What's the guy's name that passed away? I forgot his name. The bass player.
Andy Rourke.
Yeah.
Andy Rourke. Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah, he passed away this morning or last night, I guess.
Yeah, and also Jim Brown.
Yeah, and Jim Brown passed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have